I'm Daria.
I'm Deanna.
So what are we thinking about the collab?
Yeah, so when we decided to do it, my first idea was like, usually we need to separate what each artist do, right? And I thought like, you do wonderful girls, so I can not do girl. I'm okay, like I don't want to
You
do
do amazing girls too.
But you know, I like that your girls is much bigger. So if I do girls, I like to do with the shoulders and everything. So it's mean that we need to put more objects.
Yes.
So that's why I have letterings and all the things with your girls, that the size is bigger and the object is bigger. So I like it.
Great.
And I didn't want to make a skull because I also made it with a reach. The girl and skull, and you did it also, the girl and skull. I'm like, okay, I like to do animals. Maybe we can do like some cutie things.
Oh my god.
Yes, so I
love him so much.
I had a collection of some stupid cats, you know. I even tried to put like a more normal one. It's also cute, but that one looks like it's so heavy for him. He's like, oh, I'm not sure that I can handle it, you know?
I love him. And there's like, a lot of my pieces are so like serious. I'm really excited to just add a fun,
cuteness.
cute element to it.
So my idea was maybe to like, I use your old reference just like to understand. Like she's hugging him, he's just like swinging on her arm. So, and I know that you do so beautiful like arms, you know, hands, like, you know, the fingers and all this, like, I really love it. Maybe also if you want to put it something, but I don't know, maybe it's just enough. So yeah, the sword, and also it was the idea maybe to put this, no. Yeah, I don't know how it's like the helmet or something like that, but I'm not sure about that because I don't know how much space we will have here. I just don't want it to touch that, but it's just because I used your old reference, so I think we can.
No, I love it, especially if maybe I do a lady that has some element too, just to go with him, like some armor, like a little bit.
Yeah, if you have it, because I don't know why it was so my cute. Oh, thank you. Because it was like my thoughts if the cat hold the sword. I don't know why I was like, maybe it will be small cat knight, you know, so something. And I don't know also again why I also thought that we need to figure out how to hide the leg, you know. I don't want to put it over. I thought maybe if some of it also leaves, right? It's called. Maybe some of them will be in the front, some of behind, and that the paw goes in the middle.
Absolutely.
Something like that.
Absolutely.
And with the tail, I don't know, do we need it or not? Do we need to hug it, or do we need just to hide it without tail? I think we also will see.
Yeah, definitely. I think that can be figured out once I make a good lady in flower and you add your stuff, then we can add whatever else.
And when you will find the girl, I can put some, like I have different direction of the faces, which we can cut it like that.
Perfect.
And I just don't know what about, I very often do these like blue outline. My idea is usually, it's like you sitting and drawing like, you know, with a pen, it's more like a collage. So like I cut it from the magazine, I put it, and then I just made some notes with a pen. You know, it's usually the idea of this blue line is like that. So we also can say, do we need it or not? Because sometimes I do it, sometimes I do just black outlines. So we also will see it, because maybe it will be too pop up, like, you know, too blue. We will see it. I think it depends what the color palette you will choose for the girl.
Yes. Yeah, because and I like the look of you doing something like very different than I do, like the illustrative and like the thick lines. I like you putting yourself into it as much as possible too.
So if you want to leave them, I think we can do, if you do a face, I will see what the petition, I can play with the background. My background is very easy. It's just like a solid color, you know.
Which I love. I love.
It's easy. Sometimes I do some gradient. It's like one of my toy. I like to do this like gradient. So we can see, and if I put some my bright yellow, usually it very good goes together with these blue lines.
Yes. And I had the idea too. We can Allison is here, one of our assistants, and I've used her for reference before. Yeah. So I can even use her to help with the reference of holding a cat
it would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yay.
This was really interesting because there's so many separate elements. We definitely had to place each section one by one. So place the cat separately from the face, the hand is separate, the flower, even the tip of the sword is separate.
Yeah. And we had to change a little bit the size, because our girl is a little tinier. But we have everything what we need. And I like how the face looks like. The placement is just perfect. The cat, actually everything how we wanted initially, it's the same, just a little adjustment.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it was cool blending the styles together. I'm gonna be adding a little bit more, I guess my stuff is usually very soft. I'm gonna make it a little more harsh, especially around the edges, just to kind of go with the feel that she brings, yet still being my own.
Just look at my stencil. Even my stencil looks like more harder and dirty.
Yeah, it's gonna look cool.
Yay!
Yay!
As I had just only one previous collaboration before, and I just usually how I plan my works, I know some parts which is not so important for me. I mean, like everything but face. Usually face I leave it for the last day because I need it like more fresher. So, and here's obviously we started from the down part just because the flower, the sword, it's not so maybe important. I don't know how to say. I mean, when the skin starts healing on the like first days, the you know what I mean, this like condition of the skin is not so bad as for face, for example. For face it's important. So we decided, and Deanna always I think started from the flower, and this part is very painful. That's in my opinion better to do the knee and behind knee on the first day. So we made all this part, the cutie paw, but very painful on the knee. And today I'm gonna do the cat. And I think Deanna will start the face, because you told that for your face it's better to do it on the second day, right? Like not the last one.
Yeah, and it's not the end of the world if it's on the last day, but I like for the colors to settle, but that's where I'm gonna start. And it's a little tricky because there's so many elements, like our elements are scattered throughout the whole piece. So I can't just work on like one area and then Daria is on a complete opposite end. We're very close together all the way down. So it's been a little tricky, like trying to figure out who tattoos which area at the same time. Yeah. But
and
Daria's
also
helped figure that out a lot.
Yeah, and also there's some things which just come over. For example, all like these cartoonish outlines, they come over realistic parts and they are like bright blue and it's kind of dirty color. So I also think in my head where is better to do it before Deanna starts to do that part. So yeah, it's a little playing chest. This is what we got.
We're figuring it out. Day 3, we're getting close to the finish line. When it comes to the third day, there are parts in this collab where the last things that are done are very close together. So I just have to do it one by one. So instead of working at the same time, Daria came in and did her area. That's right here. Now I'm going to come in and do my area directly next to it. As you can see, it's hard to do that at the same time because of moving around, stretching the skin. Once you start working, the whole leg moves, so you really don't want to disrupt the other person. So yeah, it's a lot of just kind of like tattooing. I've been waiting a little bit, tattooing again, but we're definitely gonna get it done. I'm really excited about it, and that's important. So I feel like when you start a big collab, that's the main thing you stress about is will it get done? So we know that's gonna get done, and at this point too, I'm gonna go ahead and draw on some tattoos. That's what Daria does, but I'm gonna go ahead and try and solve. So I'm really excited to try this up. This was so fun to do because I got to work with someone who does a very different kind of tattooing than I do. Although she does do color, she does her technique very different, as well as her subject matter and the whole vibe as well. It's very like happy and cute. My work's very serious sometimes, so it was fun to just like have a whole different vibe.
I think for me, I even didn't know what to expect. I was like, okay, collaboration, and I think I didn't have a time after convention to recover. I was like, okay, one collaboration, one other collaboration, and I was like, okay, just let's do it. And now I'm like, oh my god, we just did it. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was such a pleasure working with you, and I learned so much from you, and we do our animals now, cute stuff. So thank you for inspiring me.
Yeah. And I think I will gonna do more like swords, knife,